are these people?
Here's the head fake about Trump's personal negotiator, Steve Witkoff, told mediators the U.S. isn't going to force Israel to end the Gaza slaughter, even after they got the American kid out, who certainly looks a lot healthier than a lot of the people that have been let out of the Israeli prisons, let me tell you. They won't let him speak, from what I understand. What a surprise. U.S. won't force Israel to end the Gaza slaughter. Netanyahu is refusing to end his genocidal war and has vowed it will continue even if more hostages are released. Another Dave DeCamp. Dave DeCamp, by the way, Indie Media Award honoree, as is antiwar.com. Support Dave, support anti-war. Dave said he's going to be starting to do some stuff on Substack. Hopefully he chooses to do that. So Dave writes
Come
that...
to a Substack newsletter near you.
No, not Rachel. No, we can't have that. No. Okay. U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff has told Arab mediators that the U.S. will not force Israel to end its genocidal war in the Gaza Strip. Womp, womp. The report, which cited Arab officials and has said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was staunchly refusing to end military operations in Gaza, a position he made clear in public comments as the Israeli military is preparing a major escalation. Again, this was 3 days ago. Not really that much of a surprise, except that Trump could make him do that now, right now. He could literally call up Bibi in the middle of the night and say, you motherfucker, cut the bombs off right now, or we're going to start fucking shooting Israelis. They would stop right now.
That won't happen.
That's right. But that's what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody threatening to kill Israelis and then actually having to do it before they do it. And Israel may kill whoever threatens them. They have Where's Daddy?
Rule of acquisition.
76.
Every once in a while, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies.
Well, that's what they did. That's exactly what they did in letting that kid out. All right. We in the coming days will be entering with all our strength to complete the process to subdue Hamas, even though he knows that it's not about Hamas.
All
right. Yeah. It could be that Hamas will say, pause. We want to release another 10 hostages. Okay, release them. We will receive them. And then after, why would you release them then? But there will not be a situation where we stop the war. There is no war. It's only a slaughter and a massacre. War is when you could potentially get hit and lose, and there's some kind of an equal footing. War is not everybody. One side has all the tanks and all the money, and the other side has none. And right of the travel, passport. Bibi's allowed to fly around the world. Nobody's allowed to leave Gaza. But it's a war. The Times report also cited a source who was present at the meeting with Witkoff that Witkoff held with the family members of Israeli captives held in Gaza last week. Of course, they guaranteed said that it's Bibi's fault that they're not out yet. The source said that Witkoff largely agreed with the position of Arab mediators that Israel's plan to escalate will not be effective. For whom? At another meeting with hostage families this week, Witkoff was pressed on why the U.S. didn't force Israel to stop. We're not the Israeli government. We don't disagree. The Israeli government is a sovereign government. They can't tell us what to do, and we can't tell them what to do. Gaslighting motherfucker. Israel's military operations in Gaza are entirely reliant on U.S. military aid, meaning the U.S. has the ability to pressure Netanyahu to end the slaughter and allow humanitarian aid into Gaza at minimum, which has been under total Israeli blockade again since March 2nd.
Are we the baddies?
According to the Times report, Witkoff is now proposing a deal for a weeks-long ceasefire that lets Israel reload that would release a few captives. Hamas's position is that it's willing to free all the hostages at once in exchange for a permanent ceasefire and a releasing of all of the Palestinian hostages in Israeli prisons, like 10,000 of them or more. Witkoff has insisted that during the week-long truce, The U.S. would ensure, and you know that there's never been a truce. Israel's never once ceased fire. Even during the ceasefire, they killed over 100 Palestinians. The U.S. would ensure Israel entered talks on a lasting deal. But Hamas is unlikely to agree to an agreement without an upfront commitment to a permanent truce. Israel was supposed to end, no, not just a permanent truce, but a permanent exiting of the space. Get the fuck out.
Ow.
Stop stealing our land. They've already moved the line in 1.5 miles all along. We covered that a couple weeks ago. Israel was supposed to enter talks under permanent ceasefire under the deal that was signed in January, but of course they welched on that deal too. So why the fuck would you accept any deal that they made? I can't say fuck Israel enough.
You better say free Palestine.
We will definitely not be remonetized by YouTube. And you know what? I don't care. Yeah, my channel is until YouTube figures it out and turns me off. Don't give them I love you, Steve. Thank you. You just gave YouTube $30 out of that 100. I wish you got one of those other ways.
Yep.
Cash App, Ko-fi, PayPal,
Cash App,
INN newsletter. All those ways get us at least 90% of the money, if not more. 88% with Ko-fi, with the
even comes up on
Substacks.
stream.
Substacks, we give up 10% to Substack and then another 2% to Stripe. So it's 12%
Coming
on
to
Substack.
Substack newsletter.
PayPal,
near
if you do it as friends and family, no fees at all. Ko-fi, it's like 5%. Cash App, no fees at all. YouTube, 30% fee. Rumble Rant, 50% fee. Rumble channel
Which is
subscription.
worse.
Rumble channel subscription. Now they're taking even a few percentage points. Allegedly, they used to give you 100%. They stopped doing that. Allegedly, I haven't checked.
Fraud Squad, hold it, sister.
Support independent media, kids, because we need it more than ever. And I love you. And have a good night, fam.
Keep listening to what boats have to tell you.
No, we just fucking lost the stream.
Can't keep giving us nothing and think we're bluffing about coming for your heads. Why play civil if you won't listen? 50,000 died, and now we know our mission. We form a militia, make Congress a prison.